you started at the America's Cup, and then that led you into yachting?
No, so I was sailing in the Whitsundays in Australia. Nice. So as soon as I finished school, I went up to the Whitsundays and I was sailing up there. Mm-hmm. And different friends of mine were already had left the sailboats and were into yachting, and I heard about the America's Cup and I'm like, right, this is it. I'm out. Let's go. And
then did you always want to be a captain, or did the odd end of the show was great time?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much. I did. I went out sailing. My mum sent me out sailing for a day, and I was like, okay, this is nice. Met the crew, and I applied for a job and started the next day.
Sure.
And I did I think about a month as a stewardess, and I went, no, this is not me. And I rolled straight out onto deck, and I think I got my first license, started driving my first boat by the time I was 21, and I didn't look back.
And then obviously Master 3000, or?
Yep, Master 3000. So I came over to Europe. I'm very fortunate. I've managed to fall into some amazing places, and I managed to go straight in as first mate on a 36 meter, and we were cruising all over the world. I had an amazing owner Italian owner who he just knew yachts, and I learnt so much. And I was able to study through my MCA tickets then and get up to chief mate. I moved from a 36 meter to a 70 meter, sorry.
Sure.
Very big difference, very big change, you know. I went from a crew of 6 to a crew of 20. And it was a learning experience very fast. And I got to my Master 3000 and just kept going.
Well, and then how does that lead to Majesty and Golfcraft?
Oh, so I started talking with an owner from the UAE, and I started working with them actually. So I was working with a local family there for about 5.5 years. I was based between the UAE and Europe, moving around. They had quite a few boats in the fleet and quite a few properties, and I moved into more of a private office role, as well as going to sea. And then it was time to take a break. I had to take a few months, rest for a bit, and I met the guys from Golfcraft, and they were just pulling the Majesty 175 out of the shed, and they were basically the planets aligned, and they were like, we need a captain and a quality control manager, and I'm like, hi, and we just sort of fell into it.
We said like quality control, so I mean, that's quite a unique role, you know, like I think sometimes you've got captains that do sea trials, or you have project managers and quality control.
Yeah.
But you've combined those kind of two roles. I mean, you're the one that's driving it. You know everything.
Exactly. It really works actually. You know, so we go everything from testing new products before we even procure them to go into
trying to
build.
break them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Exactly. So we go from testing new products in the beginning all the way through to installation and build, and then testing them at sea. And then we go into the handover process with the new captains and crew as they take their boats.
Yeah.
And now I've sort of moved into the after sales side of things as well. So
you really are seeing the projects right the way from inception, past delivery almost, really.
Yeah, correct. And I think what we're learning at Golfcraft and what I'm trying to develop at Golfcraft is the life of a boat. It doesn't just end when production ends, right? It doesn't just end when the boat leaves the factory. It keeps going.
Yeah.
And how can we support our boats and our boat owners, and how can we keep supporting them as the boat keeps going?
Well, there's a lot of to that end. I mean, we were at the Dubai summit yesterday.
Yep.
Dubai's got a big presence here. We were doing some work.
The whole region is growing, amazing.
Growing. MB92 announced that they're building a refit facility.
Yeah.
We've obviously got the developments in Saudi. It's a huge kind of growth region.
Yeah.
And with Golfcraft building some big boats now, 175, perhaps potentially maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Is developing that refit kind of side of things, is that something you think in the future?
It's already happening actually.
Yeah.
You know, we've been building boats in the region for more than 40 years now.
Yeah.
You know, we understand the region. We know what the needs are of the clients in the region and the boats in the region. So we've actually been doing it already for golf craft
Yeah.
yachts. And I'm working on opening that up and developing it more. It doesn't necessarily have to be golf craft yachts for us anymore.
Yep.
We can also service any of the boats that are coming to the region. We have the capacity to do it. We understand the region, you know, we understand what yachts and the crews need in the region. So it's already happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it as crew myself. We never really thought about it as a cruising destination, though.
Right?
You know, you don't. You're like, the Gulf, maybe pop into Dubai, but you don't think about it as being like a destination in itself. And maybe that's my perception problem.
I think this is the point, is the perception.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in the region for 8+ years now, and I've been cruising around all the different areas. I mean, I was already cruising down through Suez and the region in the early 2000s. It's a hub. It's a gateway there.
Yeah.
You know, people just think that you're going to go to the Maldives or go to the Seychelles, but there's so much more
think
in
about
the
it
region.
transitionally, yeah.
Right? And there's so much more that region has to offer. We need to raise the awareness of it and change the perception. People have no idea what's there.
No, they don't. Yeah.
And the cruising is there, the lifestyle is there, the services are there. Why would you drive past it?
Well, I think I've done 6 or 7 Red Sea transits.
Yeah.
And we're always just going through.
Exactly. You're just
And we
going to
never
fuel in Salalah and turn
Yeah,
right.
or Jeddah and then gone. Yeah.
Exactly.
But do you think that the removal of the high risk zone and the piracy considerations will help with?
Of course it will, because it'll reduce, you know, and we've been lobbying for this for a while actually, is your insurance premiums.
Yeah, it was too much. Yeah.
Right, the minute you go through Suez Canal, your insurance premiums automatically come up, and I personally also fish every weekend out in the Gulf. You know, I fish that entire region, and it's changed.
Yeah.
The whole area has changed, and we need to get the message out there.
Yeah.
We need to raise the awareness of how much is there, and the cruising is good.
Yeah. And I think that just adding that extra layer of difficulty with the security and the insurance, which is maybe it was just that enough.
It's
to
a too
put
hard
people
basket,
yeah.
right?
It was like, and then maybe not because of that. But I think if you remove that, and Suez is always going to be fun.
Yeah.
There's no way to get around
very
that.
PC.
Yeah, very PC. Yeah. But it's an adventure.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, even with Saudi opening up, and Jeddah becoming a really good cruising destination, and there's so much more opening up in the region.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's so much opportunity. There's so much good cruising to be had.
And then perhaps bringing it back to Golfcraft specifically. I mean, really interesting company, interesting story.
Yeah.
You know, and but how have you found it as an outsider coming into the Gulf? Because it's quite it's a very family orientated. There's a lot of history, a lot of culture there. You know, as an Australian coming in.
Yeah.
How have you found that as an outsider coming in?
I enjoy it. You know, the Emiratis as a culture is really really respectful, really kind, really nice, and I love being there. I love living there.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll be leaving, if I will. You know, for me, I really enjoy living there, and I enjoy the culture, and I enjoy the people and the area. There's, especially for women, you know, the UAE is at the forefront in the region of bringing women out in business. Even, you know, as a female captain in the region, it's in the forefront, and they're pushing forward in the region.
I mean, to be perfectly frank, as an industry, we're pretty bad in that respect. You know, like I mean,
it's changing. You know, in my 20+ years, not to show my age,
Sure.
it is.
We can edit that out.
Thanks. But it is changing. It's evolving. You know, and the conversations are being had, and the awareness is out there, and it's not such a surprise when I walk in the room and they go, "Oh, you're the captain.
Yeah.
Good for you." And I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Right. But it's changing. now.
I mean, you feel free to not answer this, but do you feel that it's more progressive in the UAE than in other parts of the industry?
In some places, yes.
Yeah?
I do, actually. In some places, it's actually they're seeking it out and they're pushing forward with it. Mm-hmm. They're actually asking for it, right?
Yeah.
In some places, like, oh, well, we have to reach quotas and we have to do it.
Yeah.
But they're promoting it and they're pushing forward for it. And I mean, that's down to the leadership. It's very good leadership in the UAE, and I think, it's a mandate and a mindset to push forward.
Sure. And also, I guess with being in charge of quality control, you have to be pushy as well.
Right?
Yeah. This doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sort it out.
Exactly. And I think one of the cool things about my job is that I get to play with it all and test it all and push it all and
crash stops and all that kind of stuff.
So much fun.
Yeah.
But but what it does is it means that we get to really push and test our equipment. Mm-hmm. We get to push and test our vessels, and we go, yep, she's a good one.
Did you do the test on this?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I get to play with all the toys. It's awesome. I literally have the best job in the world.
I mean, I'm somewhat envious. I mean, it's similar to yourself. Like I finished up at sea, and I was like, I need to do something else.
What am I going to do, right?
But I still want to be on boats. So like, there's only a few jobs you can do that can let you do both.
Exactly.
So it's nice to
I
find
found
that.
one.
You found one. Well, yeah, I kind of did as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I can't complain about it at all. I'm truly thankful for that.